All right, I love this box today. It's really a big box, but it's pretty large. I really like this, and I really got thinking that this would have made the cutest Easter basket, but I made two other ones, but I'm going to show you an Easter version tonight. I'm going to do an Easter version. I'm actually going to probably change up. I'll ask your opinion, what you think. All right, so this is the box, but I actually made this for a friend that's going through some hard times right now. And so look at how cute this is, but it is really big. I'm thinking that I might try to make this smaller and do a little smaller version, but I love this because it could fit some really, I'm going to get some Lynn truffles for her and I'm going to put them in here. So this is the box and it's not hard. It looks like it would be, but it's not really hard. It's just, you do have to do some hand scoring, and I'm really getting into these with the pentagon, I guess, box. But it's six-sided. So what is that? Hexagon. Is it hexagon? Yeah, I think it's hexagon. I think pentagon might be 7. I don't know. I can't remember what they all are. But so this one is for a friend, and this one took quite a while because I actually used the dies to, and I did both. I used that little scallop die and went around both sides with it. But this would take me quite a while to show you because all of that little scallop, it took a while to run those through both sides. All right, so then I went for another one, and I did this one for, it's not really for anybody else, but I wanted to use these on there because I remembered I had this die. And so I made this one then. And this one's with Poppy Parade, and I used the painted poppies. And then I thought sending healing hugs would be really cute, you know, for a friend. Hopefully I don't have to use this box, but I stamped that little painted poppy stamp all the way around. It really came cute. And then I just used the black ribbon on this one. And then I thought, you know, I'm going to do an Easter version because, you know, it's getting close to Easter. And here's the Easter version that I did. But I'm thinking tonight that, and I used the little welcome Easter bunny on here, but I'm thinking I may change this bunny because I'm changing the color and everything, but I have this Wildly Happy and I forgot about these bunnies. And this, I think I'm going to use this little bunny right there and then use the same Happy Easter, but use this bunny because this one's more, I think, youthful because I've got that more springy, youthful paper on it. So I'm going to do this one in the Granny Apple Green. And then this is the Designer Series paper I picked for this. And then I'm going to use this one to go on top for there. So I'm thinking I might change it to the other bunny. I love this bunny, but I haven't used the other one, so I think I'm going to use that for that. And I'm using this is the Welcome Easter one I used for that one, but you can use any of these images for that. I think I'm going to use the little the little bunny with the mama on it is this one right here for this one. But I'll use the same Happy Easter from the Welcome Easter. And I'm also using the So Sentimental, the sweet, I'm not using the stamp set, but I'm using the dies, the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And I actually cut one of these smaller ones because this bunny is a little bit smaller. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. We'll work that out when we get there. I know, aren't they cute? But they're really big. They're really a big size. So I'm going to measure it across to tell you about, it's 5 inches across, but it's 3 inches tall. But you can fit all the way up to here, goodies with it. It's so, so cute. And it's really, really big. Turned out really big, a lot bigger than I thought it was going to. All right, so the Designer Series paper that I'm using for this, I'm using 2 different ones. I'm using this this is still the Pleased as Punch, the green right here, the Grand Apple Green. That's the Pleased as Punch, this one that I used for the other one, because I used this little flowers here. It's actually the back of this tulip one. And then I'm using, this one is from, what is the name of this one again? Dinosaur, the Dinosaur Designer Series paper. Some reason this stuck out to me like an Easter egg. Hi, Jamie. And so that's why I picked that one. Anyway, that was my thought on it. All right, so I'm going to show you, you do need two 8.5 by 11s because you need two pieces that are 8 by 8 here, and we're going to score them the exact same way, and they're going to go together like that, which makes them bigger. I'm going to try to really make this smaller, like really smaller, and because I think it'd be really cute if I could figure it out. All right, let me grab my scoring tool here, and we're going to score these. You do have to do some hand scoring, but it will be worth it because it's really cute. I think it's really cute. All right, so we are going to score this. Now they're both 8 by 8, so it doesn't matter which side you start on. So I'm going to score it at 2.5, at 5, and 7.5. But they are scored a hair different. And then when you turn it, you're going to score it at 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5. So did I do that right? Yeah. So one side you're scoring at 5, and then this side you're scoring at 5.5. All right, so let's do this one. I'll tell you that again. So it's 2.5, 5, and 7.5. Yeah, that's what I thought, sis. It could be an Easter basket. And then 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5. I thought it'd be really cute to just stick Easter grass in there, and then it'd be really cute to just fill it with some Easter candy. All right, so we have these two pieces. Now this you need to pay attention to, because the first time I did it, I couldn't remember how I did it. So it is just starting to really pour. If I lose the connection, because we're having storms right now, if I lose the connection, I'll try to get back on, but if I don't, I'll just record this and post it to YouTube, because I don't know what's going to interfere with the internet. So this on the top here, these are 2.5 inches, but these in the middle are 3 inches. So you want to make sure that your 3 inches all line up together. So don't, like turn it this way, and then you'll have a shorter one here. Does that make sense? So, because these are going to go together, and they need to all be the same measurement all on here, because these are shorter, and then these are wider, and they're going to go together just like this. This is the 1/2 inch. This is going to be our glue tab, and then this is going to be another glue tab. So I'll show you how we're going to cut this. So we're just cutting this bottom one here, and that's going to be our glue tab right there. Just leave that there, and then we're going to do this side too. I told my husband it's going to start pouring when I go live. You watch. And it is. Hopefully I won't mess anything up. All right, and then we're going to trim this bottom, these bottom pieces here. And these are our bottom flaps. So I'm just going to cut away. We're not supposed to get it as bad as some areas, but it sure is coming down. All right, so that's our bottom flaps there, and we're going to do the same on this one. All right. Okay, so it's going to look like that right now. Now what we need to do, can y'all see the lines good enough? I think you can. That's why I chose this, because I thought it'd be easier to see. So you can do this two ways. I'm just going to use my little tool here to mark, and you're not going to mark. You're just going to mark in between each one of these. And this is similar to when you do a milk carton, and it's almost the same the way you're going to mark it. Well, sis, you're going to get it in a minute because it is pouring over here, like it is hitting the windows and everything. All right, so you are going to mark this at 1 1/4. We're going to mark all the way down, but I'm just marking each one at 1 1/4 because it is half of the space there. So just mark it 1 1/4. And you're going to do it on both of these. And you can mark it with a pencil, or you can do it with your little stylus here. And then I'm just going to mark it to this first score mark here. And it's just going to give me a point where I'm going to score from the other part. I hope you can see this. Can y'all see what I'm doing here? Hi, Linda. Hello, everybody. Anybody, if I missed you, welcome, everyone. All right, so now what I'm going to do is from that point, the end there, I'm going to mark it just on this one so you can see. And then from that point down here, we're going to go to this corner here, and you're going to make like an upside down V or a triangle. So you're going to score that all the way down. I like using this smaller end. You can use your bone folder for this too. And then you're going to go to the other end. And you're going to do each one like that. And I think I got this one off of here because it doesn't look like it's in the center. Yep. And it's really just giving you that point. You don't have rain yet either, Dot. They both live close to me, and yeah, it's like really pouring. So we're going to do this on all of these 6 top ones right here. This is what's going to make those little peaks. It's so worth this little bit of effort, and to me it's actually fun to hand score. But and then we're just going to do each one of these. We have had so much rain this year. All winter we've had rain, which is very unusual. But I'm not going to complain because this summer we'll probably be screaming for it. Okay. One more. Okay, that is it. So that's all the scoring you're going to do. Now this part, we got to make sure that we're going to sharpen all these really good. So this, let's see, this one's going this way. And you want to do all of these little triangles here. So you want to use your bone folder for all of those to sharpen them, because it'll make it so much easier when you get to the folding part. When I'll show you. It makes this so much easier. And it makes these little points really, you know, sharp on your box when you do it. So just sharpen these little V's that you just created. And then these go that way. And then we're going to do all of these. You don't have to do this top part. It is now. Your dogs are hiding under the, I know. My dog, she'll go outside. She don't want to stay in. She wants to go in her house. All right, so that's how you're going to do both of these. This one's going to go on that side. But it's going to go together so easy once it's scored. All right, so you're going to keep these facing this way because this is your glue tab for this, and then this is going to glue to the other side. So I'm going to use some tear and tape, works the best for this. Hi Marla, you are too? We're getting all kinds of flash flood warnings and all that too. We're not supposed to get the worst of it, but we're getting some good storms. All right, then we are going to just remove the backing and we're going to put it together. So far pretty easy, right? Make sure you line up your score lines. So I'm really careful when especially if you're using tear and tape, because once you get it down there, it is not coming up. All right, so those two are together. I tried wet glue and it kept coming apart down at the bottom for some reason, so that's why I'm using the tear and tape. This tear and tape is really good. And then we're going to do this side. I know, Dot. It's all right. So you're going to do the bottom first, and on this one, remember the one last week that I shared? Was it last week? Yeah, I think so. You have to make sure that these are like both sides are pretty even when you close this up. You want like the spaces about the same so that your hexagon, right? Am I saying it's right? A hexagon, the sixth, that they are equal. So I'm going to put tear and tape on each one of these, 3 of them, like I did on that other ones. This part is kind of similar to, let's pull these back and put it on just 3 that are in a row. It's like thundering and oh my. And I'm going to take the middle one off first because that's the one I'm going to go for first. And before you glue it, you adhere it, make sure it's where you want it. And I try to make sure they're both pretty even on both sides. And then we'll do these 2. And then this 2. And I think like the other one I'm giving to a friend, I think I'm going to make a bottom for this too. because I don't like the looks of that. All right, so now this is the fun part. So all you're going to do is push these all together. And that's why I was telling you that it's so important to score these, because it goes together so simple like that. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to string the ribbon first to keep the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to punch through both of these, and I'm actually just putting it right about the same spot, and I'm going where I scored it here. I'm going right on that line, so I know that they're all around the same spot. And all these little things flying, and this is just a regular hole punch I'm using. All these little things flying, I have a whole pile of them, and I'm thinking I'm going to use them for a shaker card because I love these little. So it's gonna look like that. You're gonna go all the way around. Well, it died down over here now, and I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use the Pyjas ribbon today. You can use whatever, you know, colors you like, and just start stringing it through there. You want to use, like, you don't want to use a really thin ribbon for this, because I don't think it would work really good, considering this is such a large box. And I'm just leaving it on there so I can pull it tight. I'm just gonna, this Pyjas goes pretty good with this Granny Apple Green. And then just tie a bow. I like the tails a little bit longer on this one. All right, so now we're gonna attach our pieces here. And what I did for this part is I actually started in the middle, because I didn't want it to end in the middle, but I'm thinking that I may end it in the middle, but let's just do it the way I did it originally. So I'm just going to go around. This is the easy part. I'm just going to go around, and I cut two 12-inch pieces. These are 2-inch, and then the other designer series paper is 1.5 inch. And I'm just going to cut what I need from those. I actually used two 8-inch pieces on my first ones that I did, but I'm just gonna, since this is the back, I'm just gonna add to this back part right here, and I'll show you how I did that. So if you can actually crease these, and then just use wet glue for it, and go in those little creases so that it attaches around that. I love the tulips. I hate hiding the tulips, but I like this side too. So that's going to be that part, and you can just piece it together. Oh, thanks, Marla. You can just piece it together however you like to. If you want, like before I said I used two 8-inch pieces, and then but I'm just going to attach it like butt it up against this one, and I'm just going to, I'm not going to overlap it. So I'm going to see how this works. I'll cut it after I glue it. But we're going to put the other designer series paper on top too, so I'm just going to put that one up against there if I can get it to stay, because this is a little piece. The other one I had a little bit more space. All right, and then I'm just going to cut this. I don't like doing it this way because it's not, I'm not cutting it straight. I think on the other piece I'm going to cut the 8-inch pieces. It works better. I thought I could do it this way and it'd be easier, but it's not really easier because I can't cut straight as my trimmer can. But that's going to be in the back, so that one will be okay. But that's pretty with that green on there. I like that. All right, and then I'm going to just go ahead and grab my trimmer really quick, and I'm going to trim that to those 2 to 8 inches each. This way I know how it ends up. I'm just going to do it the same way basically. I'm going to start at the front, and if you mess it up, you can turn your ribbon around to make the front another side. But so when I did it with the 8.5 or the 8-inch, I started it right at the end here. So that's going to go on top. I have my fan on today. It was 80 today. Do you believe that? Aw. Welcome everybody. All right, so this one I'm starting here. So just center it in the middle of that other one. See, that works so much easier than that big old piece. And then I'm just gonna butt that one up against it. And I think I overlapped this one, if I'm not, yeah, I did. I started at that same point. That looks better if you started at the end. For a minute I couldn't remember. And then I'll just trim that. I could trim that easier. All right. That's how we're doing it. These little dinosaurs are so cute. I need to do a dinosaur box. Okay, so we're going to overlap that. That looks a lot better. Do the other one that way too, because it looks so much better. I think I'm just going to trim that one right to the edge, so I can see exactly, and you can get it really straight. Yeah, that's much better. Use the 2 8-inch pieces. It works better. All right, so there's that part. And then let's go ahead and, so I'm going to go ahead and I think that, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this little one. I think I'm going to use the little one on here. And I need to bring the big shot up really quick, and I'm going to cut out this little piece here for the sentiment, and it's really, really cute. I love this little, this comes out of the Sending Flowers, this one. I did a box with this, And this has 2 of these, and then it had the little flowers that I used on the other bunny. I cut out the 2 flowers, and that's from this one too. On this one, where I used the little flowers for his little hat and for that. But we're probably not going to put flowers on these. I may use them though for something else. We'll see what it looks like. I'm kind of just going as I go here because I did change it up. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to just, because it's easier to stamp this after because of the little holes in it. And that's all I'm using, except for I already cut the Stitch So Sweetly one out beforehand. So that's what that one's from. Now I need to punch these little holes, these little all right. So let's use the Wildly Happy little bunny because he's just so cute too, and I've been using a lot of the other bunnies, so we're gonna go ahead and use him, and we'll color him really quick. These will be easy to color. Aren't they cute? These little, someone used it on a project that I saw on Instagram today, one of my fellow demonstrators, and it was I forgot I had those. We're going to make little gray bunnies. Aw, aren't they cute? Here's a closer look. They're really cute, these little bunnies. So I'm glad I saw that today so that I can, and then we're going to use the Happy Easter, and this Happy Easter just fits in here because it's pretty wide. That's why I wanted to go ahead and do that first because it's really, really close. I actually got that down a little bit further, but we're going with that one. All right, so on this one, we're going to, I think we're going to still use, we're going to put it like that, I think. So we're going to attach this one. Let's see, I'll just use wet glue. I think. My wet glue is really, I think I'm going to push that up a little bit. And then we're going to put that there. I think I am going to use some of the little flowers that I cut out, and I cut out a bunch of them. So I have some little Granny Apple Green. I'm going to put that down there. I think I may pop this one up. I think I'm going to pop this with some dimensionals. Got a brand new one. Thanks, Irene. These bunnies are cute too, but you can definitely use the Welcome Home because you can use any of those, the bunny, the little lamb, or the little chick. But I think I'm going to use some of these little flowers just to put on here somehow. Let's see. I'm going to use the little ones. You know me, I have to add, I always have to keep adding, or I got a yellow one too. I don't know, what do you think? Should we put the flowers on? I'm going to put that one on, definitely. Thanks, Teresa. They are so adorable, aren't they? The little bunnies are so cute. What do you think? Should I add flowers or no? I think I'm going to add them. It gives it a little extra something. So I'm going to add a couple up here. I'll do one more. I'll do a yellow one. There's yellow in this paper, so. Wants to stick to my finger. I'm looking. I think I'm going to put a yellow one on this side. There. I think that's enough. I don't want to overdo it. I can get carried away. So there's the other one. I'll show you all. If any of you came in late, I'll show you the other ones again. But these are so big, I probably won't be able to fit them all in the thing. Aren't those cute? I wonder if I should move this down just a hair. I'm going to move it down just a hair. Yeah. Here's the other one. This one's going to go to a friend. I've been making cards and stuff for her, but that's going to go. And then here's the other Easter one. Aren't these cute? It's going to be really cute for Easter. Then here's the other one with the welcome, and then this one. I don't think I could fit them all in the view. Here's the other one. How about if I do it this way? Because it's probably going to be like my shot that I use for my video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Please stay safe, and I hope everyone stays well. I hope you all have a great one. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week at the same time. Good night, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.